here today to talk to you about a serious condition that affects many men. And it's a condition that Amazon Prime has bravely shined a spotlight on its new limited series, The Terminal List. I'm talking about, of course, the natural resistance many men have to the notion of getting checked out, or why don't you get that checked for some small medical malady or problem of a temporary nature. Amazon Prime's The Terminal List bravely explores what happens if you do go get it checked or get checked out. Now, I'm not saying you should never go get checked or have something looked at. If you've lost a limb and 4 or 5 months later it's still bothering you, yeah, go get it checked out. There's no shame in that as long as no one else knows about it. If your heart stops, of course, get it checked out. Let's be reasonable here. But going to get checked out over small things is just simply going to overburden an already overtaxed medical system, and nobody wants that. But the Terminal List brings home some real consequences to this get it checked culture that we are trying to resist. In the Terminal List, Navy SEAL James Reese is suffering from some fairly mild symptoms such as confusion, issues with memory, inability to focus, and debilitating, crippling headaches. Nothing serious, and yet he comes under intense pressure to get it checked.
Did you call the clinic to schedule the MRI? James?
I feel better.
You should get checked out, James. I can make you an appointment.
Of course, he resists by saying what anyone should if they're still clinically alive, which is, I'm fine. Why isn't that good enough?
I'm all right.
But eventually, coming home from deployment, tired by combat, his resistance is down, and he agrees to make that appointment and get checked up.
I need to call that clinic.
It's sad to see, but it's a very realistic scenario. You're often peppered with admonitions such as, it's free, it's covered under the plan. You can just click on the doctor, make an appointment anytime you want. You don't even have to call. Or the I'll make the appointment for you slam dunk.
You should get checked out, James. I can make you an appointment.
This kind of cynical, raw emotional manipulation can overcome your natural hesitation to go in for an unnecessary checkup or getting it checked or getting yourself checked out. In this case, Reese makes the appointment to the clinic. Everyone's happy he's going to go get checked out. He appears at the clinic. They want to just run an additional test. What happens next? Exactly what you think would happen. He's attacked by vicious assassins. His family is put under threat. He has to fight his way out of the clinic and go home to see whether his family's even still alive or not. Are they? You have to watch the show to find that out. The point is not that every time you go get checked, that vicious assassins are going to attempt to kill you, destroy your family and everything you've ever worked for, and frame you for an international cover-up and a series of murders that you didn't commit. That's not going to happen every time. But it could happen, and you know it. And you know you have no business sitting in a doctor's office putting your family at risk simply to get something looked at that you can walk off and play through the pain. That's how our ancestors did it. That's the way the founders of this country did it. And that's the way you should do it too.
911, what's the address?
This is Lieutenant Commander James Reese. You need to send patrol units to 423 Cayman Street. Repeat, 423.
Now, there are exceptions. We've talked about some of those. You've lost a limb. You can quietly go through the back door to have that looked at. Your heart has stopped. Also, let's say you're Batman and you need to gain access to the hospital so you can see a friend there without being recognized. That makes sense. Get checked out.
I have seen worse cartilage in knees.
It's good.
No, that's because there is no cartilage in your knee and not much of any use in your elbows or your shoulders. Between that and the scar tissue on your kidneys, the residual concussive damage to your brain tissue, and the general scarred over quality of your body, I cannot recommend that you go heli skiing, Mr. Wayne.
Right.
Let's say you're Doc Holliday and you had a doctor make a house call on you so that you can appear more sick than you actually are, so that you can appear at a gunfight and save your best friend Wyatt Earp's life.
I'm afraid the strain was more than he could bear. Oh, I wasn't quite as sick as I made out.
Yeah, do that. Get checked out. Now, I'm not a doctor. You shouldn't take medical advice, probably any advice, from this channel. And if you're the kind of person who would, though, you need to get checked out. Just have it looked at. Just get it checked out. Make the appointment. If you see a logical inconsistency there, you're not the kind of person who needs to get checked out. Don't get checked out. Or are you taking my advice to not get checked out and so you should be checked out? I don't know, bro. Just get it looked at, okay? We'll all feel better. Thanks.